Hello, everybody. I'm Erin Cronican, and I am the managing director of the Scene Place Theater, and I'm also starring in our summer series, Sarah in The Lover, and Roberta in Danny in the Deep Blue Sea. And as a promise to our donors, I said that I would do a little backstage video so you could see a little bit about what we're all about and kind of where we're putting the money for the shows that you've donated for. So I just want to take you on a little tour of the theater so you can see what we're all about. First, I'll introduce you to Brandon Walker, Artistic Director of the Scene Place Theater. Say hello, Brandon.
Hi. I was going to try to hide.
No, don't you dare. Don't you dare. So we're just going to go around the theater. Brandon will make his own video later, right? Sure. Yeah, he loves this marketing stuff, doesn't he? It's awesome. Brandon is playing Richard in The Lover and Danny in Danny in the Deep Blue Sea. So we're going to go into the dressing room. He was just in the box office area. So this dressing room, which also serves as our prop room and all around cool place to hang out. So this is our costume rack through here. These are all the Richard and Danny costumes here. And, these shows span several decades. So The Lover by Harold Pinter is 1960. So you can see kind of a more vintage dress here. And this vintage shirt here that I get to wear, and I get to wear a vintage nightgown, which is kind of nice. And then for Danny in the Deep Blue Sea, it's 1980, so we have this gorgeous silk shirt. Not really, but it actually looks kind of, it looks very 80s. It's a little almost off the shoulder, and it's kind of got a little makeup. You know, we fight a lot in Danny in the Deep Blue Sea. There's lots of choking and things, so my makeup is everywhere, and oh, yep. There's my bras, so that's not awkward at all. No, actually, I have to wear this, just this, in the beginning of scene 2. So, you know, if that doesn't make you pay $12 a ticket, I don't know what will. I'm kidding. There's just absolutely nothing to see there. This is our dressing table. This is my dressing table. Here, of course, 2 things of hairspray, because that's needed when you're doing a show in the 80s, right? Exactly that. And then Brandon's stationed there, which is remarkably clean. I wanted to also take you backstage, so let's go this way. There's a very treacherous staircase here, very small. Now we produce at the showcase level here in New York City, which means our theaters need to be under 99 seats. We are an equity theater in that we can use equity actors. Both Brandon and I are equity actors, and the majority of our members, company members, are equity. And this is our space here. So you can see there's a little flare on the lens, but you can see it's a very nice stadium style seat theater. You kind of see these kinds of theaters and these movies about classrooms, and you see these stadium style seating, and it makes me very nostalgic for some of those old movies about being in acting class. That's what this theater kind of reminds me of. It's very old theater. This theater's been here for about 45 years, something like that. So we actually have some setting for The Lover in 1960s. You can see here Michael Minahan is our set designer, and I forgot to mention preset Adeline Bullington is our costume designer from earlier. But we actually have a reading series going on right now, which is what some of this extra furniture is kind of out and kind of around the area. But I wanted to show you a little bit of a cool thing. So we've got everything set up for The Lover, right? So you can see everything over here, these kind of more traditional things. But if you pull back the carpet, Michael Minahan has designed a bar floor, so that we didn't have to actually remove this platform. We just covered it with a really big carpet. And I have to tell you, I painted these squares myself. I'm very handy with a paintbrush and a roller and tape. So we, at the Scene Place, all the actors actually go through and do all of the administrative work. We do a lot of the design work and the handiwork here, and we have some very talented artists working with us to do that. So we're really making this video just as a way of saying thank you, just so you can kind of see a little bit where your money is going. Like I've told people, I'm not running off to Mexico for tequila. I know some of you think I might do that, but I wouldn't dare. This money is actually going to a good cause, and we are not for profit. So actually, Brandon and I are not taking a salary for this show, so that all of the money can go into the production values and basically back towards the audiences. And we're very passionate about doing theater at a very low price so that general audiences can afford to actually see theater. So $12 a ticket for general audiences, and that's where your money is going. So thank you, thank you, thank you for everything that you've given us. We have one more day of fundraising, so if you have any more to spare, please feel free to offer it. If you know anybody who might have anything to spare, that would be really, really handy also. Just many thank yous from the bottom of our hearts, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks from the Scene Place. Bye.